Third-party compliance audits, they can feel like a high-stakes exam for your entire organization, right? But what if you could flip that script? What if you could turn all that pressure into a huge advantage? Well, today we're going to break down the playbook for mastering them. Okay, let's kick things off with a number that should make any business leader, well, sit up and take notice. 2.7x. Studies consistently show that the cost of failing to comply is nearly 3 times higher than the cost of actually, doing the work to stay compliant. And we're not talking about small change here. We're talking fines, legal battles, and the kind of damage to your reputation that's really hard to come back from. And that cost? It's not just some theoretical number. Look at this. Under Europe's GDPR data privacy law alone, authorities have already dished out fines totaling more than 4.5 billion euros. I mean, that's real money. It just goes to show the massive financial risk of getting compliance wrong. So that brings us to the big question. For you and for your business, are you truly audit ready? And listen, this isn't just about dodging those huge fines. It's about being able to prove at any moment that your business is secure, that it's trustworthy, and that you're operating by the book. Honestly, it's a fundamental part of doing business today. Okay, so with those stakes in mind, let's dive into our first section. The key here really is to completely reframe the challenge. It's not about the cost of the audit itself. It's about understanding the massive cost of not being prepared for one. So what even is a third-party compliance audit? Well, at its core, it's pretty simple. It's an independent checkup. An outside expert comes in to verify that you're actually following the rules you claim to follow, whether that's for data security, financial reporting, or, any industry-specific standards. And this right here, this is the essential mindset shift. Instead of seeing an audit as some kind of threat to be feared, you can start looking at it as a genuine opportunity. Seriously, proactive preparation can turn this super stressful event into a catalyst for improving your processes and building a stronger, more resilient company. It's a total game changer. Okay, so if we're treating this as an opportunity, how do we actually get started? Where do you begin? Well, that brings us right to our second section, building a strategic game plan that you can put into action before the auditors even show up. Your whole preparation really boils down to this simple but powerful 3-step strategy. First up, define the scope. You need to know exactly what's being audited, which departments, which systems. Then, step 2, run a mock audit. Think of it as a dress rehearsal to find the problems before they do. And finally, step 3, analyze the gaps. This means creating a clear, documented list of every single weakness you find. If you do this, you're making sure there are no nasty surprises on audit day. Now, what's really fascinating about this is the psychology of it all. Think about it. When an auditor sees that you've already found your own weaknesses and you have a plan to fix them, that just screams self-awareness and proactive compliance. It builds an incredible amount of trust right from the get-go. And when you do that mock audit, these are the kinds of things you're probably going to find. The usual suspects. Outdated policies that no one's looked at in years, procedures that are followed sometimes. Or maybe a lack of hard proof that your team's training actually happened. Finding these things yourself gives you a clear punch list of what to fix before the official audit even kicks off. Okay, great. You've got a game plan, you know where your weaknesses are. But here's the thing. A plan is nothing without the right people and the right proof to back it all up. So in this next section, we're going to focus on mobilizing your team and gathering that crucial evidence. And I really can't stress this enough. Compliance is a team sport. It is not a solo mission. The compliance manager or the IT department, they can't do this alone. Preparing for an audit is a cross-functional effort, so it's absolutely essential to bring all the key players into the process as early as you possibly can. And you can see here exactly how that responsibility gets shared across the whole organization. IT, they need to provide the technical proof, things like access logs. HR, they've got to supply training records and employee policies. Every single department has a specific, crucial role to play in providing the evidence that's needed. So what does that evidence actually look like? Well, it's things like this. You need the policies themselves, of course, but, and this is the important part, you also need proof that those policies are being followed. We're talking logs, reports, attendance sheets. The absolute key is to gather all of this into one organized, easily accessible place long before the auditor even thinks about asking for it. All right, now for the final, and I think the most important evolution in this whole process. See, passing one audit is good, but the real goal is so much bigger. This isn't just about becoming audit ready. It's about transforming your organization's entire approach to become always ready. This is where it all comes together, you know? You have to actually go and fix the problems you found. You need to work with the auditors transparently, not see them as the enemy. And most importantly, you have to use their feedback as a valuable lesson to get better for the future. It's a cycle of improvement. This right here, this is the ultimate goal, moving your organization from the left column to the right. You want to stop treating compliance like some stressful last-minute project you have to cram for. Instead, you build it into your culture. It becomes an ongoing, continuous program where you're always prepared because it's simply how you operate. It's just what you do. And that brings us to the real prize here. A clean audit report? Yeah, that's great. But it isn't the true victory. The real win is transforming your business into one that is inherently more secure, more efficient, and more trustworthy, just because compliance is baked into its DNA. So we'll end with this question for you to think about. Is your compliance a project, or is it your culture? Because a successful audit isn't the finish line. It's a milestone. It's a powerful indicator that you're not just checking a box, but that you are truly committed to building a culture of excellence and doing business the right way.